Welcome back to UMass versus Providence. UMass timeout as Providence lead 17-9 in the first half. Providence been playing pretty aggressive this game. UMass looking for more three-point options, but Providence has been really hammering down the paint, taking advantage with, 7'1" Anton Bonk, who's really been a force inside. Jonathan, other than the microphone issues, what have you taken away from this game?
Yeah, it's been a high-paced game. It's
Once again, sorry for the technical difficulties. There's been a lot of issues today with those, but Providence leading 17-9 in the first half, with 8 minutes to go. UMass has 3 fouls, Providence has 3 fouls, and it's been a pretty good defensive showcase by Providence so far this game.
You guys gonna have to move the ball more, get some shots to go and get some fouls caught on them. There's 8 minutes left in the first half. Still a very winnable game for either side. So we'll see what UMass does to try to fix this deficit that they're in.
And UMass inbounding, Providence playing a full court press. First half, interesting move right here.
They've been playing full court press the whole game, every play. So now it seems like UMass has done something to try to help the guards get it up.
And Muhammad comes out to get the inbound as Njinge is forced to bring up the floor. Hounded by Wellesley Carter Jr. as Marquis Worthy picks it up. Worthy, top of the key, mid-range, almost blocked, but he gets it to go from the free throw line.
That's a good shot coming out of a play that looked like there was going to be another steal by the Friars. So,
there's no really main ball handler, Rasul Diggins or Jalen Curry in the game right now. So Marquis Worthy kind of playing the point as Providence swings it around. Justin Fernandez shoots the three, doesn't get it to go. Tipped around, finally rebound by Akil Watson as Marquis Worthy throws it to the Friars. Jane Pierre showing off his handles.
They don't have numbers.
Forced into the corner as he hits Carter Jr. in the other corner. Carter Jr. steps out and UMass ball. That was great transition defense by both teams in that play right there.
That could have been really bad for UMass if they didn't get back. They stopped what could have been an easy fast break point.
Quick substitution as Hankin Sanford comes back in for Marquis Worthy, and Jalen Curry comes in for Njinge. So kind of a tall lineup besides Jalen Curry. Curry comes off a curl, and he hits the floater. UMass has just cut this lead to 4 in a matter of a minute.
Mm-hmm. Basketball is a game of runs. So now it looks like it's time for UMass to make theirs.
UMass with the foul is Providence just feeding the paint. Ehram Wunzi with the shot. Sorry if I may have mispronounced that name.
Foul called on Rivera, and it's the second foul call. Looks like Providence is looking to make some substitutions.
First shot doesn't go as Eli Delorier and Gilvin Daniels comes in. Replace Justin Fernandez and Kieran O'Hare.
Full court again.
Curry with the ball. Guarded by Pierre. Curry gets an open look from three. Shoots it, but gets the foul. 3 shots coming up for the Minutemen.
That's a good shot.
Now, Providence played a little drop coverage there. It looks like a little miscommunication as Curry got wide open. That's not a guy you want to leave wide open, especially from the wing three. He's kind of bread and butter right there. So Curry will take 3 shots.
And if you're Joseph, you have to be more disciplined than that. You can't be giving free fouls to Curry like that. Coach Martin is definitely happy to get these 3 foul calls.
Curry hits the first. No substitutions yet. 6 minutes to go in the first half. 18-14 Providence. Curry gets 2.
Now, if you're UMass, you kind of want to either tie this game up before the half or get a lead.
Yeah, they do want some momentum going back into the second half. Although it's an exhibition, this Providence crowd is pretty loud.
It definitely does not feel like an exhibition. Beautiful Amica Mutual Pavilion is pretty full.
And Curry, the A10 All Rookie selection, makes all 3 free throws as Providence brings up the ball, swinging it around. Delarier with the rock on the wing. Now Pierre with the ball, top of the key. He takes a 3, but a foul is called before the shot. Looked like a moving screen on Erhumunze. Hanging Sanford will inbound. Curry still being harassed by Pierre. These point guards love just going at each other, really getting all gritty and putting in that defensive work. Yes. Rasul scoop layup with one of the most obvious goaltends I think I've ever seen. That ball was going
definitely down.
About 2 seconds when that ball was going down.
Nah, but if you're the big man, it's good to go for it. That's a quick second decision that it's like you should try to go for block to everything.
Floyd Jr. with the ball. Now Erhumunze. Pierre looks to shoot. Floater. Erhumunze with the slam. Beautiful lob from Jaden Pierre. Hit Erhumunze right in the paint with nobody on him.
Erhumunze taking his 2 points back that he gave us last play. That he gave UMass last play.
Rasul looking for a shot. Doesn't get it. Rivera hits Abdul Gawad, who gets the foul maybe before the shot. Looks like he will be shooting too.
Yeah, he was in the shooting motion during that. You got him across both arms. Pretty good foul call, I'd say. UMass with a chance to tie this game up, 2020. If you get another stop after this, UMass can get the first lead of the game.
Abdul Gawad doesn't get the first one, but subs on for the Friars. Cardet Jr. and Justin Fernandez for Daniels and Pierre.
Maybe with Pierre out, we might see a little less full court defense by the guards. Or we'll see if Friars wants to run that again with every guard.
And he gets the second.
2019 with 5 minutes and 18 seconds left.
Fernandez swings it. Erhumunze with the ball. Now Bensley, Cardet Jr., my apologies, and Curry picks it off.
Pushing the pace. They don't have numbers.
Curry bounce pass to Rasul, who takes a tough layup, doesn't get it to go, gets his own rebound, and throws it right to Cardet Jr., who breaks out in transition. Screened by Erhumunze. Cardet Jr. swings it, and a foul is called. Looks like a blocking foul on Curry. That would be his first foul of the game. UMass.
6 for UMass.
Yeah. Inbound for Justin Fernandez as Erhumunze comes out, and Anton Bonk, the 7'1" center. 7'2". Floyd Jr. swings it. Delarier swings it. Cardet Jr. gets the foul before the shot, and another foul for the Minutemen.
third personal on Rivera. Coach Martin might look to sub him out.
Does need to be careful for that. He just committed to UMass this offseason. Frank really wants his team to be more disciplined defensively. He came out saying how, this is the first time he's really seen UMass being ahead of most other teams defensively. Every season he's came in, and these guys have been more an offensive team as Cardet Jr. hits 2 free throws. And Rasul Diggins now bring up the ball. Curry with the handoff.
Defense is crucial for the college ball. I know Coach Martin feels good about that. He thinks his team can go far.
Rasul Diggins doesn't get the shot to go, but Abdul Gawad gets the rebound and puts it in. UMass within 1 again, 22-21.
Almost 4 minutes left to the game in the first half.
Curry strips it, gets the steal, diving on the floor, hits Rasul Diggins in transition, 4-on-4. Curry looking to score as the Friars get back into position. Rivera with the 3, doesn't get it to go. And Curry with the steal and the easy layup. UMass take their first lead of the game, or second lead of the game, 23-22.
If you're Providence, that is a bad pass. You cannot be giving that up to UMass.
Yeah, Providence needs to, look a little more sharp when, passing it out or, really trying to get in transition.
Like I said earlier, basketball is a game of runs, and UMass has been in control for, I'd say, the last 5 minutes, honestly.
And Floyd Jr. hits the tough floater as Curry brings up the ball. Both these teams kind of throwing punches at each other. Not haymakers, that's not a crucial part of the game yet, as Hankin Sanford misses the 3. Cardet Jr. with the rebound. He's coming down the floor. DeLaurier shoots corner 3, air ball. Rebound by Abdul Gawad, who gets fouled, and UMass will inbound the ball. Frank Martin calling a timeout.
I think Frank Martin's happy with what he's seeing with his team right now. Give them a little breather. This is going to be a close game the entire game, Adam.
Yeah, UMass showing a lot more intensity this second half of the first half, as they were down 8, not showing a lot of energy. But this second part of the first half, they're really pushing the pace, really, being more disciplined on defense. So we will be right back on WMUA Sports 91.1. Welcome back to 91.1 WMUA Sports. I'm your host, Adam, alongside my friend here, Jonathan. And, we've had a pretty even game so far. UMass down 1, 23-24 against the Providence Friars. Jonathan, what do you think we should expect to see at the end of this first half?
I think UMass should keep going to the hot hands. I'm seeing Jalen Curry has 9 points, averaged about 7.4 last season after having an all A10 all rookie selection. He already has 9. I'm looking for him to have at least 20 points this game. I need us to keep pushing the pace, keep getting a lot of steals. UMass has to capitalize off of the bad Providence passing. Keep playing our UMass's game. On the Providence side, they got to keep playing the aggressive defense, full court defense. Their game plans seem to be working, but it seems UMass has solved it a little bit and they're slow and they're getting used to it. Number 7 from the Providence is back, so
Jaden Pierre, he does bring that energy as Abdelgawa does hit the first free throw, looking for the second, and he gets 2 from the charity stripe. UMass up 25-24.
3 minutes left.
Broadcast of UMass basketball is brought to you by Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, the small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with the family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern online is at millrivertavern.com. On Instagram and Facebook, we thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support. Rivera looking to post up, finds a good cutting Abdelgawa, who gets packed at the rim, almost gets the and one, but he goes down hard, is helped up by his teammates, and will shoot another 2 free throws. So the story of the last 5 minutes has been, Abdelgawa's been getting good looks, drawing a lot of fouls, hopefully getting in the bonus soon for UMass. So as Providence has 9 fouls in this half.
Abdelgawa with 8 points off the bench, shooting 2 for 4, 4 for 6 free throws, 5 for 7.
UMass with a 2-point lead. Kim English, head coach of Providence, telling his team to, be more aware of the cutters, be more aware of these passes. Kim English was actually drafted by the Detroit Pistons in 2011 in the second round at the 44th pick. He played about half the season there and a little stint with the Chicago Bulls in 2015. So, NBA experience is definitely good to have in college, but college basketball, so much different than the NBA.
A lot more defensive minded. And the NBA players really do be doing more flashy moves.
Yeah, it's definitely more offensively loaded in the National Basketball Association as Jaden Pierre fakes, kicks it out to Cardet Jr., who drives inside, kicks it out again. Great ball movement by the Friars. Cardet Jr. finds open look, hesitates, doesn't get it to go. It's blocked by Muhammad, who then grabs the rebound and brings it to Jalen Curry, who brings it up the floor. Curry, transition 3, doesn't go.
That's a confident shot right there.
It is a confident shot. Cardet Jr. patient, blocked by Muhammad again.
UMass is playing great defense.
And looks like a foul is called.
Ball off of Providence.
Yeah, it looks like Minutemen were a little confused with the call right there as Akil Watson comes in the game to inbound it. Jalen Curry still on the floor. Brings the ball up. Hounded again by Pierre.
And it's looking like UMass might carry the momentum all the way to the second half.
Frank Martin did say that Curry would be stepping up huge for the Minutemen this year. As Curry takes a jump shot, doesn't go. Rebound by Delarier. Pierre with the ball on the wing. He kicks it to Fernandez. Fernandez takes the size advantage of Curry as Floyd Jr. hits the 3 off the pass from Fernandez. It is tied back 27-27 in the first minute with 1 minute left in the first half. My apologies. As Akil Watson goes inside, almost gets the N1 and will take 2 shots.
Really close to making that. Like we said, this is going to be a close game to the end. Both these teams hitting shots, playing their game.
Both these teams are on very even playing field. Kind of interesting because both teams lost against the team that won the A10 or lost to the team that lost in the final in the A10 and Big East. Obviously Providence playing in the Big East with UConn, Creighton, Marquette, these really, really tough teams, almost making it all the way as they lost in the semifinals. And UMass, unfortunately, losing their first game against VCU.
That means both teams have a lot to prove. Both teams been in the gym, working on their games.
Pierre with the tough floater, doesn't get it to go as Curry in transition lobs it to Muhammad, who doesn't get it to go. Tough pass, may have been tipped as Njinge makes the foul.
Reaching foul. 39.1 seconds left. 29-27. UMass leading.
And we have yet to see player Jabri Abdul Rahim, who, one of their better players last season. He averaged 12 points per game on 3.5 assists. His dad actually was an all-star in the NBA in 2002, Jabri Abdul Rahim. So it's funny how we haven't seen Jabri Abdul Rahim out this game yet.
Those are big shoes to fill anytime you have a parent in the NBA. Growing up, watching your father play.
Definitely. Bronny James and his father, LeBron. So much pressure.
That is so much pressure.
As Pierre hits the second free throw to tie the game, 29-29. About 30 seconds left as Curry brings up the ball. Might go for a 2-for-1 opportunity. UMass playing patient. Rasul, hop step, doesn't get it to go. Kicks it out to Curry. Curry back to Diggins. Diggins, screen right by Muhammad. Shot, doesn't go. Rebound Floyd Jr. As a timeout is called with 10 seconds left in the first half. Interesting place to call a timeout.
I think he's gonna try to run a play to put Providence in the lead right at the end of the first half.
Well, Kim English is definitely experienced when it comes to college basketball. Played at Missouri for 4 years, scored more than 1,500 points, averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds, assists and a half in a game, and a steal here in 13 all Big 12 honors in 2010 and 2012. And Missouri won 107 games during its 4-year stretch, making him one of 2 winningest players in Missouri program history.
So he definitely knows how to win a game. He's trying to lead his team to the same greatness that he went through.
And we'll have to see what UMass comes out on this possession. What kind of defensive strategy are they going to switch to try to stop the three? Or are they going to go under to make sure there's no easy buckets? We'll have to see. But UMass definitely going to play with as much aggression as they possibly can for these last 10 seconds of the first half.
If you're UMass, you definitely do not want to be down going into the second half and give this Providence team, this very good Providence team, the momentum when you held it for like the last 7 to 8 minutes of this first half.
Pierre with the ball up top. Rasul all over him. Pierre cuts it all the way to Floyd Jr. Hits the three with a second left. That will end the half as Providence Friars go up 32-29 at the end of the first half. You are listening to WMUA Sports on 91.1. Welcome back to WMUA Sports on 91.1. So far, UMass and Providence have had pretty even game. Providence up 32 to 29. Jonathan, what have you seen the first half?
Yeah, what I've seen is that basketball is definitely a game of runs. UMass was down 17-9 at one point, but then brought it all the way back to 18-18 and then kept it tight the whole way. UMass is getting a lot of steals off of sloppy Providence Fryer passes, which is good. But Floyd took the lead. It was 29-29 at one point until Floyd Jr. hit the three-pointer after a nice play to give Friars the lead 32-29 going to the second half. I think UMass got to keep playing aggressive defense. They got to find a way to escape Besley Johnson's hounding full court defense.
Yeah, he's definitely been somewhat of a problem for Curry, but Curry still playing pretty well. He's had 9 points, looking to score more. And, UMass kind of started off a little slow. Um, started off, 19 to 17, and now they tied it, and they kept the momentum up, but Providence just kept matching them blow for blow. So, we're going to go into the second half with a pretty even game. Jonathan, what do you expect to see from the Minutemen in the second half?
I think they're gonna start passing the ball more. Like I said, keep playing good defense. They might get a hot hand. I'm hoping to see Curry really light it up from the second half. Uh, Jalen Curry coming out of high school was a three-star prospect, top 140 recruit for UMass. Only averaging 7.4 in his first season. He's a sophomore now. I think the sky's the limit for the young man. What do you see him going to? How far do you see him getting to?
Well, this season, I think he can, be one of the best guards in the A10. I think he can definitely be one of the driving force with Rasul Diggins.
Mm-hmm.
Long term, I have no idea, but for now, I want to thank the sponsor for this, Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of Connecticut River, not far from UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, the small tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with the family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30 p.m. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support. And with that, we will be back in a few minutes to start the second half. You are listening to WMUA Sports on 91.1. Welcome back to WMUA Sports on 91.1. 32-29, 32 points to 29 points in favor of Providence. And, we've seen a lot of dominance by the international players this game. Jonathan, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, the last 6 MVPs in the NBA have been to international players, and we're seeing today leading scorer on UMass, Malik Abdelgawad with 10 points, making a big impact off the bench. Making his free throws, getting a lot of rebounds. I think it's a big testimony to how big the game is growing around the world, and it's like with the way the Olympics was very close with every round against America, against USA. Um, I think it's beautiful to see how the game has grown, and it'll only be more competitive going forward. Oh, speaking of, Abdul Gawad is actually starting the second half with his great first half. You might see him becoming a starter sooner or later if he keeps playing the way he is today.
Yeah, the international players definitely taken a leap in the last few years in terms of basketball as Friars start off with the ball in the second half.
I'm noticing, is there a mistake with the clock? It started with 60 minutes.
It did start with 60 minutes. Interesting, as
That's what I'm thinking. They should
Munse
switch that.
gets the first basket. Sewell Diggins with the ball. He goes left. Left scoop layup, and he gets it
Rasul Diggins,
over the 6'8" Eli Delarier.
a senior here at UMass, averaged 12.8 points per game last season. Always a big part of the UMass offense.
And Munse with the patience and hesitation to get the easy basket over Malik Abdelgawad. It's Curry with the ball. Curry looking for options here. Screen by Abdelgawad as Curry takes a three, doesn't get it to go. Rivera tips it, almost gets the rebound and fight for the ball. Providence comes out and gets it.
That's a good scrap.
Eli Delarier
Good defense.
almost dunks it on Hank and Sanford, but Hank and Sanford brings it down, and UMass
He
gets
jumped
possession
for
of the
it.
ball. Early substitution here with Marquis Worthy coming into the game as Rasul Diggins swatted away, but UMass keeps possession.
No change on the clock yet. 30.
Frank Martin taking out Curry for Marquis Worthy. Didn't seem to like those last two possessions by him.
Yeah, as a point guard, I know it's new that Curry's getting more on ball. As a point guard, it's important to look to pass the ball first to really spread the court and really show the other teams that you got options, and then look for your shots. So that's something that Curry might have to grow into as he gets more on ball duties over this season.
Diggins with another tough layup, doesn't get it to go, but a late whistle call as UMass keeps possession. Both teams huddling up very close to each other.
I didn't try to hear each other's plays. 36-31 with, I guess, 14-26 minutes left. Oh, it's actually on the floor foul. No free throws being shot.
Marquis Worthy with the ball, uses his strength and gets the layup.
That's a good move. Good pivot. Good pivot.
Bensley Joseph in transition. Cardette Jr. with the ball, crosses over. Hits Erham Winsey in the middle as he kicks it back out for Bensley Joseph. And Rivera with the strip. Rasul Diggins gets the ball, hands it off to Malik. Almost throws it down. No foul. Good defense by the Friars. As Bensley Joseph cuts his way inside and gets the layup in transition. Quite the exciting sequence right there we just saw as Marquis Worthy brings up the ball. And he gets a tough and one. And what a shot.
What a shot.
By Marquis Worthy. Two hands in his face, one hitting his arm. It's a tough bucket. A lot of strength required to get that in there.
And if you're Providence, you are not happy with that player. You got to get back on defense. UMass is going to push the pace. They've been doing it all game. That's too easy.
Yeah, a lot of young teams can be carried away with these exciting sequences where they kind of admire what just happened, but reality, you got to get back on defense. The number one rule, you score, you got to get back on defense as soon as possible.
Defense. I know Kim English is about to be addressing that problem with his team.
As Marquis Worthy gets the three-point conversion from the charity stripe.
38-36. Providence in the lead. 13-50 in the second half.
Bensley Joseph with the ball.
Bensley Joseph actually coming from Arlington, Mass. He just transferred from Florida last season with a career high with 5 steals. So you can tell from this game and from that career high that he takes his defense seriously.
He has been all up in Curry's face throughout the game as foul on Marquis Worthy, a reaching foul. It's going to be a side out.
And with the addition to Drew Holiday to the Celtics, you can see how important a two-way guard is. I know a lot of coaches would love to have that type of player on their court, on their team.
Coaches do love the guys who are willing to do the little things and the not so fun things to do on the court.
Mm-hmm. I love defense.
As Delaria crosses up, Hankins Sanford hands it off to Munse, who gets stripped. Ball kicks out. Cardette Jr. with the three, in and out. Hankins Sanford with the rebound. Curry bringing up the floor.
That could have been a highlight play.
Hankins Sanford handoff to Rivera. Rivera one-on-one with Delarier. Post spin, tough fall away shot, doesn't get it. Abdul Gawad gets the rebound and the foul. Abdul Gawad has really been a presence inside for UMass so far this game.
Abu Ghawad's been all over the court. He has 9 rebounds now. Abu Ghawad's looking to get a double-double in the exhibition game.
With the loss of Matt Cross and Josh Cohen, UMass is definitely we're missing some interior presence, but so far Abdul Gawad's shown his worth this game.
And more. I mean, he showed his worth and more, looking like a solid starter for UMass center, honestly. He's looking to steal the position. He's looking to steal the starting position with the way he's been playing. He's just really in the right place at the right time. I mean, but the ball fell right through him there. And he's playing aggressive, went back up for the putback, and then got fouled.
As he goes 1 for 2 from the charity stripe.
Bensley Gawad only 6'10", too.
Bensley Joseph with the ball. Hands off. Now Munse with the ball. They're swinging the ball around. Bensley Joseph kicks it to the corner. Fernandez tries to find the open lane. Can't. Rivera all over him. Fernandez settles for a tough fadeaway jumper as the refs call UMass ball off the rebound.
That one could have went either way. It looked like there was a lot of hands on that ball. Bensley Joseph's he's half court pressing.
Curry taking on the challenge, looking for some options. Double screen set. Curry coming off a curl. It's Abdul Gawad sets another screen. Curry with the midi. It goes down. UMass takes a 39-38 lead with 12 minutes left in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
Delarier looking for space. Swings it around. Floyd Jr. doesn't get it to go. Abdul Gawad with his 10th rebound. He's got 11 and 10 now. Curry in transition. Abdul Gawad takes the three way off.
With the way he's playing, he deserves at least one attempt at the 3-point.
Bensley Joseph trying to find some room. Hands it off to Munse, who throws it down. UMass defense collapsing in on Bensley Joseph, and Frank calls a timeout.
Yeah, that was a big momentum switch. You can see it. Providence really excited about that play. Still 40-39 though. The game could go either way. Very close game. It's gonna be a buzzer beater. It's gonna be a nail biter.
You are listening to WMUA Sports on 91.1. Welcome back to WMUA Sports on 91.1. Close game right here. Providence up 40-39 with about 11 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Jonathan, the shooting, three-point shooting between both teams has been pretty subpar. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, you're right, Adam. UMass shooting 11 for 0 for 11 from three, and Providence shooting 3 from 13 from three. It is an exhibition. It is the first game of the season. You can expect to see, some early season jitters. You know, I'm sure, I'm sure both teams will pick it up as the season will go, but um, both teams should probably just keep, doing what's working for them and keep pushing the ball inside. But the threes that have been made are, were timely, important threes, especially on Providence side. In the end of the first half, the big three from Corey Floyd Jr. to put Providence up three going to the second half. Jalen Curry shooting 0 for 3 from three. Hankins Sanford going 0 for 2. So if you're UMass, you either get to start having to get a hot hand or start just keep going and working inside. Both teams have gotten a lot of fouls called on them, so maybe you can try to get someone in foul trouble. It looks like it's a very defensive and inside the paint type of game.
As Providence pressing every single player in a full court press. Bensley Joseph taking that matchup against Curry once again.
You can see he's sitting low. Oh, they're
Curry gets doubled.
trapping.
May have been a travel. Sewell Diggins gets the ball. Now Curry resetting it.
Rick Martin trying to conduct traffic from the side.
Curry tough mid-range. Doesn't go. There's a foul called. May have been over the back as UMass will keep possession of the ball.
And another timeout.
Another timeout called. Kind of a tough shot by Curry. Not sure if Frank Martin was looking for that shot.
4 for 12 now, yes. He definitely was not looking for that shot. 4 for 12 from Curry and 0 assists. I know Frank Martin's going to hammer that home tonight after this game.
This broadcast of UMass basketball is brought to you by the Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, the small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with the family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern is online at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support. Now, Jonathan, who I really want to see more from tonight is Bensley Joseph. He hasn't really, or Bensley Carter Jr., my apologies. He hasn't really, kind of pushed out today. Last season, he played really well, averaging 18 points a game. Jonathan, any more details on that?
Yeah, he was Providence's leading scorer, and he was a crucial point. Dropped 30 points against UC San Diego in a close nail-biter win, 77-75 in the first round. And he also had 25 points in a loss, another close loss against Fairfield Stacks, 77-74. But Wellesley, he's only shooting 1 for 5 today. He's not really playing his usual self, only shooting 1 for 3 from 3, one of the only 3 points made. So Kim English and the rest of Providence Friars are definitely would definitely love for him to produce a little bit more, but that happens. Everyone has an off night. And it looked like they might be going away from him a little bit, only playing 13 minutes this game. Because you got to keep the hot hand on, and when we play, is just not hitting shots, not playing as they could, as to their potential. You have to look, to the next best option. He's been on the bench for a minute for a while.
And as UMass comes out with a few new players on the floor, Keel Watson, Daniel Rivera, both checking in. As Providence still in their timeout huddle, taking their time. Referee going over to kind of urge them to finish their timeout as UMass looks to inbound here.
Yeah, I can tell both teams. UMass definitely had a straightforward game plan. They're already ready and set up. Providence is still moving all their stuff out the court.
Providence comes out with Anton Bonk, Ryan Mila, Corey Floyd Jr., Justin Fernandez, and Bensley Joseph on the floor.
Did they ever change the time? I feel like it's been 11 minutes for a minute, so they might have been a little time change. It's a time fix.
I think it might be as part of the exhibition style.
Oh wow!
Curry in the post.
Pass it to Curry.
Diggins gets the ball up top, crossover, drives inside, fouled on the shot. He will go to the line for 2.
That's a good aggressive play, putting his shoulder down and bumping the big man off of him and earning 2 free throws. That's a great play off the timeout.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of last few plays, Curry or, Frank. We haven't seen a lot of aggressive drives in, and then Rasul Diggins kind of taking it on his own to really get in there, get to contact, and try to get some points on the board right here.
Mm-hmm. One thing I'm noticing is I see 4 for 12 for Curry and 3 for 11 from Diggins, but 0 shot attempts by Muhammad in 9 minutes and only 2 shot attempts by Rivera in 15 minutes. UMass having 3 assists in total tonight.
Yeah, it's been a very isolated, ISO-dominated game as far as Rasul Diggins hits a deuce, hits 2 free throws to take a 1-point lead. Floyd Jr. with the ball. He drives inside, finds an opening, doesn't get it to go. Rivera tips it out, gets the rebound, somehow stays in bounds, loses his footing, and turns it over at the last second. He almost found Akil Watson as Floyd Jr. has open transition bucket.
He almost had that pass, but Bonk was right there for the steal, and it resulted in a Providence Friar layup.
Curry hands it off to Watson, who loses the handle, but recovered by Diggins. Curry looking to swing the ball around as Rivera has the ball on the wing. Rivera to the baseline, turns it over. 2 back-to-back turnovers by Rivera as Bensley Joseph throws it to Mila, who back to Joseph, who gets the layup. 3-on-1.
Bensley Joseph loves his steals.
Curry with the ball off to Watson. Watson handoff back to Curry. Curry looking to make a play here. Drives inside, hands it off to Muhammad, who slams it down.
That was actually Joseph's 4th steal of the night. He might break his record early in the exhibition game of steals with the way he's playing tonight.
Bensley Joseph takes a step back 3, blocked by Diggins, but they call a foul. Diggins didn't like the call.
Diggins disagreeing with that.
And when you talked about Bensley Joseph steals, Frank Martin actually said that his team wasn't a big steals team. He said, the best stealers in basketball history usually average about 2 steals a game, and that's out of 40 minutes during the game. So he says he wants his team to be long and contest more than really go for steals, because when you go for a steal and you miss it, your entire team is on their back heels trying to recover.
Yeah, well, steals happen in different ways. There's a natural steal where you're just in the right place at the right time, but there's a steal where you're trying to predict the pass and you go and try to intercept the lane. And those are the ones that are really a big 50-50 that can really hurt or help your team. So I'd assume Frank Martin's talking about he wants to just not overcommit for bad steals that, can ruin the team and make them go on 4 and 5 on defense. But I think it's definitely important to get steals in the game. It definitely changes the flow of the game when the ball gets stolen and you're in a fast break.
Joseph hits all 3 as Worthy and Jingay and Abelgawad come in for Rivera, Rasul, and Muhammad, as Daniels, Cardette Jr. come in for Ryan Mila and Bensley Joseph. So Bensley Joseph getting a break now as Justin Fernandez gets the steal off the Marquis Worthy pass, goes for contested layup and gets the fouls, going to the line for 2. And Jingay having to make a tough decision right there, whether to, get a really hard block or just kind of foul him and make sure he doesn't get the points.
And like I was just saying, that was a very risky steal, but that, went in the favor of Providence. If he missed that steal, he would have been way off the play, making an easy shot for UMass, but it turned out good for Providence.
As Fernandez hits the first. 47-43, Providence Friars with the lead at 9 minutes left in the second half. Fernandez misses the second, but Abdelgawad could not get the rebound. He's looking for a foul as Providence regained possession again. Abdelgawad's been so dominant on the glass today. 11 points, 10 rebounds, but, just barely slipped out of his fingers as the referees changed the call.
Actually, give it to UMass. Roared the ball to UMass. He was very lucky.
Curry looking for a screen by Worthy. Doesn't have much options. He's getting double teamed on the inbound. Worthy gets the ball. As UMass looks to bring it up, Curry and Daniels get a little tripped up. Worthy handing it off to Njinge. Curry with the ball on the top of the key. Next his way inside as he hands it off to Abdelgawad, who doesn't get the shot. Daniels falling down. UMass hovering all over the ball as they call it travel, and Daniels, UMass, little extra effort right there to get the ball back. Some momentum they'll definitely need to come back and try to win this game.
And that's a great play. I know Coach Martin is happy with that play to see Curry pass the ball, to the leading scorer of the night, and second effort defensive play.
I believe that they changed the call again, and Providence is the ball. Not sure how that could have happened as Daniels on the Friars was lying down with the ball. Fernandez has the ball on top of the key. He's getting hounded, and Worthy with the steal.
Ball does not lie.
Worthy, tough layup, gets swatted by Fernandez. Worthy catches his own rebound, but he's already out of bounds at that point, and Providence will look to take advantage of this right here.
Providence 47-43 with 8 minutes and 47 seconds. Like I said earlier, basketball is in fact a game of runs. The second half has been looking a little bit too Providence. UMass looking to get a stop and a bucket in a big way to keep themselves in this game.
And a lot of students showing out at Amica Mutual Center here tonight as Floyd Jr. hits Fernandez, who knifes his way inside with the floater, doesn't get it to go, but they call a foul on Hankins Sanford on Anton Bonk, who was going for the rebound.
Second personal by Hankins Sanford. Fourth by UMass.
Another inbound play. There's been a lot of inbound plays in the last 10 minutes. Corey Floyd Jr. will be the one to throw the ball in, covered by Marquis Worthy. Anton Bonk on the elbow, looking for an opened Cardette Jr. Cardette Jr. with the ball.
Looking for a screen.
Cardette Jr. comes downhill, tough layup, doesn't get it to go as Hankins Sanford comes down powerfully with the rebound and drawing the foul.
Which could have been bad. That could have been a throwing elbow.
Close to a flagrant foul if one of those elbows landed, but that's the Friars' 7th foul of the second half. Still a 4-point game here. Hasn't been much scoring going on in the last couple minutes.
Like we said earlier, though, college basketball is a defensive game. When the players get tired and they're not like, you have Stephen Curry to give the ball and shoot from anywhere. It's really a matter of grit, who wants it more, lucky. And when I keep saying lucky plays only happen with effort. Only the people who give effort get lucky. Grit, it's looking like who wants it more will win this game. Who has the best game plan and execute the best will win this game.
Hankins Sanford hits his first, looking to make it a 2-point game. Just gets the second one to roll around in, and Bensley Johnson coming back in for Justin Fernandez.
And now it's UMass turn to do a little full court pressing.
our key worthy, always willing to take that tough matchup, always willing to put the work in to really slow down this offense. So Cardette Jr. with the ball, swings it to Joseph, back to Cardette Jr., swings it to the corner. Daniels hits the three. That is the first three of the second half for either basketball team.
That's a
Abdul-Gawad in the
crushing
post. Tough turnaround jumper, does not get it. Bonk with the rebound, handing off to Joseph. Daniels, another three, doesn't go. And Jinge with the board. Marquis-Worthy pushing it up the floor. Goes inside, doesn't get it to go. Abdul-Gawad with another offensive rebound. Can't get it. And Jinge with another offensive rebound. As he comes down, they call a foul. UMass will be going to the line.
Abdul-Gawad was a hound on that offensive glass and the defensive glass.
Providence hitting that three, trying to get momentum back in, but UMass looking at them and saying, well, we can do something too. Getting the rebound. We will be right back on WMUA Sports on 91.1. Welcome back to WMUA Sports on 91.1. This broadcast of UMass basketball is brought to you by Mill River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from UMass campus. From signature cocktails to brick oven pizza, this small town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or sit down with the family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30. The Mill River Tavern online is millrivertavern.com. On Instagram and Facebook, we thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support. Jonathan, and Jinge has been pretty quiet this game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it's important to spread the wealth. I mean, he's not really the ball handler, so it's like up to his teammates, his guards to get him the ball. I think it's a very important and a hard switch to come from a shooting guard to a point guard. We're seeing the same problem happen in the 76ers right now. I don't know if you've been following that. Tyrese Maxey's taking the main point guard role. And the last two games, he shot 10 for 31 and 6 for 23, averaging getting 3 and 4 assists, which is what we're seeing here with Curry. I think Frank Martin's going to have to just talk to the team and get that ball movement up and really get some playmaking happening. Like we said, it was a big isolation game. But also, he could be more aggressive, too. Like when he touches the ball, if he knows he's not going to get the ball again, you got to just be aggressive and take the shots when he gets it.
Yeah, it's a tough line to really follow as The Friars throwing up a lob, but UMass regains possession and steal by UMass goes out of bounds, but UMass keeps the ball.
UMass playing a big line. You got Abagawe and Garagumba, and
Yeah, Abulgawa just hit 2 free throws or 1 free throw for the Minutemen. And Jinge with the ball, swinging it. As Hankin Sanford passes it to Abulgawa, who goes in the paint, takes a tough fadeaway, doesn't quite get it. And a foul call, and Hankin Sanford for over the back. The Friars will bring down the ball.
Abagawa and Jalen Curry are the leading scorers of UMass, both with 11 points. Abagawa is 2 for 10 though. I think maybe he could look into passing the ball when he gets the offensive rebound too. You know, it does go both ways. Without the guards to be passing more, but the big man passing outside. You know what they say. The best time to shoot a three is off of an offensive rebound. You know, so maybe Abagawa can look into that more. It seems like it to go both ways for UMass when the guards got to pass it to the big men more, and the big men got to pass it to the guards more.
As Urumwunse may have gone away with an elbow on Abulgawa, gets the bucket, 52-45 Friars. 6 minutes left in the second half. Curry with the ball. Nice dish inside to Hankin Sanford, who gets stuffed by Cardette Jr. And ball goes off Hankin Sanford. Friars ball. That was a great defensive possession by the Providence Friars.
And if you're a Cardette Jr., I know you're really happy, you know, being the leading scorer on Providence the last year and not really getting your way on offense. It feels good to, you know, do anything you can on the basketball court to win. So we call a winning play right there. Friars are up 52-45.
As UMass the steal, and Jinge picks up the ball, 1-on-3, hands it off to Hankin Sanford, who just doesn't get the floater to go. Friars have been all over the place in these last 2 minutes as Corey Floyd Jr. misses the 3, and Jinge hits the ball away. Friars with the ball again. They will side out as Akil Watson comes in for Hankin Sanford.
And it's been all, Coach Frank Martin's looking anywhere in his bench to get some offense. It's been all Friars the second half. They're down. They're up by 7 with 5 minutes and 33 seconds. What do you think they need? UMass needs to do to come back and win this game?
Well, I think they need to be a little more disciplined on the cuts as the 6'2" Daniels gets the rebound over Abulgawad, and there's jump ball has happened as crowd lights up.
And they're still not letting go.
They're not letting go at all.
They're still not letting go. You love to see the aggression.
Fans on their feet in the Amica Mutual Center.
And it's just an exhibition game. It looks like it's going to be a very good basketball season. Abagawa again talked by the ref.
Yeah, referee telling him he's been maybe a little too aggressive after the whistle was blown, but you know, both teams kind of sorted that out right now as Daniels will inbound the ball as Delarier comes in for Corey Floyd Jr. Corey Floyd Jr. leading the team with 16 points, 7 for 11. Very impressive numbers from him as he's played the most minutes as well with 26.
Yeah, that's really good. That's what you need out of any player. Keep feeding the hot hand. 7 for 11. That's the most efficient player out there tonight, and that's probably the reason that Friars are up right now.
As Joseph takes on the challenge of Dumbia, may have gone away with the travel there, but gets the scoop layup. Tough shot either way.
With the step through, that's a very good play.
Off balance too, as Curry looks to respond. Curry off a curl, doesn't get it to go. Bonk with the rebound.
And Friars are going to put this game away. UMass are going to get back into this game with 5 minutes left. 9-point lead. This is one of the biggest leads that's happened in this game.
Biggest lead since 8-17 in the first few minutes of the first half as Joseph doesn't get the 3, but Delarier gets the rebound. Post fade air ball as Urumwunse gets the board over Abdul-Gawak and puts it in. Frank Martin wanting to stop this momentum by the Friars.
That's tied the biggest lead since 18-11.
That jump ball by Daniels and Abdelgawad really got the stadium fired up, really got that bench fired up for the Friars, as Daniels has about 8 inches less than Abdelgawad, still fighting for that rebound, using his strength and everything. So we will be right back on WMUA Sports on 91.1. Welcome back to WMUA Sports on 91.1. 54 to 45 lead, 56 to 45 lead. My apologies for the Friars. Jonathan, what are your thoughts on about the last 5 minutes of the game?
I think it's showing a weakness in UMass's roster. We might either need to Jalen Curry either needs to become a pass first guard to really pass the ball. He had 9 points in the first half, but only two in the second half, and the ball's really stopped moving. If you don't have a hot hand on your team, you need good ball movement and find easier shots. And UMass just not had that this second half. Um, this game is slowly and surely slipping away from UMass's hands with each minute. The lead's only getting bigger as the second half has gone, matching the biggest lead, 11 points since the first half. I'm just looking for more ball movement, more smart plays by UMass. I love the intensity though. They can definitely tell they want the game. It's an exhibition game, so things like this aren't gonna be perfect yet. Jalen Curry still has a whole season ahead of him to turn into that guard that UMass needs.
And it looks like UMass will be shooting some free throws. A kind of a bad foul by the Friars. Might have been on Anton Bonk on the inbound.
And UMass at this point will take any points they can get. You have not scored in a while. It's been a 9-0 run in over the last 33 minutes and 26 seconds for Providence Friars. UMass has made 0 out of their last 9 field goal attempts. It's what we call a field goal drought. No UMass scoring in the last 3 minutes and 43 seconds. So
And Curry just broke that drought with a 1-and-1 free throw. He's going to take the next one now. UMass had a lot. The ball movement in the first half was much better. They were swinging the rock around the wings. Getting into the paint, kicking it out, and now it's kind of been a lot more iso ball as Curry hits the second 9-point game with 4.5 minutes left. With Bensley Joseph bringing up the ball. Bensley Joseph cuts his way inside, kicks it out to Joseph. Corey Floyd Jr. My apologies. Floyd Jr. The ball on the wing. Drives left. Bensley Joseph for three. Doesn't go, but UMass can't seem to box out the right players as Bensley Joseph cuts inside. Almost posters Doumbia.
he went for it.
He did go for that.
Left hand cocked back.
Just barely missed it. Went outside of the rim. And ball went off Muhammad to go out of bounds. And Providence looks to score again.
And you can see both teams are looking to get that posterizing dunk. There was the 2 posterized attempts in a row early in the game, and that one, a big dunk like that really gets your team and your blood flowing. It really is a momentum finisher, momentum changer. I mean, it's already is in the momentum's already in Providence's favor, but that dunk might have been the dagger right there. So UMass is happy that didn't go in.
Joseph to inbound.
4 minutes left in the game. 56-47 Providence.
Providence trying to find a sneaky pass inside as Daniels takes a three, doesn't get it. Rivera can't seem to get the rebound as Floyd hits the three. It is a 12-point game. Friars with 3:50 left to go. Curry calmly bringing up the ball as he takes a challenge of Joseph. Goes inside, doesn't get the shot. Tough layup as Joseph speeds his way down the court.
UMass getting outscored 27-18 in the second half. It's really been all Providence the second half.
Joseph goes inside, loses the ball, but gets it back. Hits Floyd, who doesn't hit the three. Keel Watson, tough fall for two teams as Dumbia, my apologies, and Keel Watson hit the deck, as well as Anton Bonk and Floyd Jr. Every player seems to be okay as timeout by Providence. UMass definitely have things to talk over. Frank can't be too pleased with how the UMass has been playing for the last couple minutes.
Yeah, and if I'm Gurungambe, I'm happy I got a thick skull because I really did see his head hit that ground hard. That's what made me react how I did in that play. I'm happy to see him get up and just walk it off.
And we'll be right back on WMUA Sports 91.1. Welcome back to WMUA Sports on 91.1. This broadcast of UMass basketball is brought to you by the River Tavern in Hatfield, a neighborhood bar and restaurant situated just on the other side of the Connecticut River, not far from the UMass campus. From signature cocktails to Brick Oven Pizza, this small-town tavern offers everything needed for an evening with friends or a sit-down meal with the family. The tavern is open Monday through Saturday as late as 9:30 p.m. The Mill River Tavern online is at millrivertavern.com and on Instagram and Facebook. We thank the Mill River Tavern for their kind support. Jonathan, you wanted to talk about Nate Durangamba. You know, he said he wanted to stay all 4 years here. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, with the whole new NIL thing and the trade portal, we've seen a lot of players just abandon ship and change teams, which is for the better or for the worse. You know, a lot of players looking for the best opportunities. But Nate Gurungamba talking about he wants to be in UMass for all 4 years. The freshman out of Washington, D.C., he says he just has a love for the game. You know, he's looking to play in the NBA, and as a freshman, this is his first real run on the college court. So excited to see him on. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see some loyalty to teams. I love when a player changes. You know, there's not abandon ship. You've seen a lot of players just really can grow and become themselves into an organization that they've got signed to. You look into the NBA, you can see Giannis and Curry can really grow into themselves when they know the organization and they know how it works and stuff. So I'm happy to see a player that's committed to the Maroon.
Kale Watson hits the first free throw after that hard collision, and it's a second. UMass brings to a 10-point lead. I'm pretty surprised they haven't came out in a full court press. 3 minutes left, 59-49 Providence. Worthy on Joseph. Joseph finds Bonk inside. 4-inch height advantage against Muhammad. Gets the floater. 61-49 Providence as Curry brings up the ball and looks to really change the pace of this game.
Yeah, UMass is slowing the ball. Has slowed the game down. They're not pushing as much as they did in the first half.
Worthy with the three. Doesn't go. UMass has not hit a single three as Rivera comes down with the rebound. Tries to fight his way inside as Delarier
And
blocks the shot, and UMass will take a side out.
with that size mismatch, if you're Rivera, you really have to look into passing that ball. You really have to look into passing that ball. UMass really has not had many assists this game.
Watson catches the inbound, hands off to Curry. Curry finds Muhammad, who slams it down on Anton Bonk.
That's a good
No
point.
time for celebration, though, as UMass still trails down by 10 with 2.5 minutes left. Cardette Jr. with the ball. He looks to hand it off. Finds Bonk on the top of the key. Pressed by Muhammad. Now Worthy guarding Joseph. Joseph cuts inside. Doesn't find the look. Now takes a fadeaway shot. Doesn't get it to go as Rivera parachutes in to get the rebound. Rivera pushing the pace in transition. Backing down Floyd Jr., who may have gone away with a foul there as Rivera catches the ball again, and he gets 2 free throws after that shot attempt against Anton Bonk.
And Coach Frank Martin's not happy with that play. Rivera did not pass the ball. One time that play.
Now Rivera has had a rough game so far, but it's his first game in a Minutemen uniform, so a lot of times it takes a while to really, adapt to a certain play style, a certain way of coaching, and it's likely we'll see Rivera make that jump this season as he hits the first free throw of the game, or from Winsay in the game for Anton Bonk. Or Winsay, 12 point, 100%. He's 5 for 5. He has not missed a single shot.
Mm-hmm. Rivera coming in from Bryant last season, started 32 of the games. So when you have a lot of new players, it's gonna take some time to gel these players, and so where these players can really find their role. Even he averaged 13.3 games, 30.3 points last season, and only had 3 shot attempts tonight.
Rivera with a good closeout defense on Floyd as Winsay draws the foul on Muhammad. He's still perfect from the field, and he will go to the line.
Fourth on Rivera. You can see the strain and the upset in his face from that call.
Winsay only 2 for 4 from the free throw line, but still a perfect shooting night. As he will go 2 for 5. 9-point game, 61-52 Friars with about a minute 40 seconds left in the game. Jonathan, what do you think UMass can do in these crucial minutes to really turn the tide of the game?
To be honest with you, Adam, I don't think there's much they can do at this point. They'd have to make a couple big threes, which they haven't made any all night.
Curry finds his way, doesn't get the scoop layup. Curry's really struggled this half. 4 for 14.
You can see the frustration starting to build.
Yeah, Friars taking their time with the ball as Bensley knifes his way inside with the tough scoop layup. 11-point game with a minute and a half. All UMass can really do is hope to get a few threes off, which so far from this game doesn't look like it'll really happen. Akil Watson drives inside, gets fouled for the 2 shots to the free throw line. UMass trying to save as much time as they possibly can in this opening expedition game at Amica Mutual Center.
And that last shot by Joseph might have been the dagger. That was a heavily contested shot. 2 shot blockers on the layup, and it was just such a high scooping layup.
As Luka Damjanic will make his first appearance for the Minutemen tonight.
And Nate going back into the game too.
The 6'10" big man from Bosnia, looking to score his first points of the season as Akil Watson hits the first and now the second. Akil Watson 4 for 4 from the free throw line.
9-point game with 1 minute left, 63-54.
UMass out in their full court press. Surprised they didn't really pull this off a little earlier, around 2 or 3 minutes left. But Marquis Worthy trying to trap Joseph in the corner as he's doubled by Keel Watson, who just gets it off. And Floyd Jr. with the ball hesitates on the three. Looks like they're going to kill some time.
Mm-hmm. Just cut some clock out.
Marquis Worthy up in Joseph's face. Joseph so quick with the ball. Gets right by him, but doubled. Fakes out Damjanic. Hits Orham Munse in the post. Tough shot. Doesn't get it to go as Delarier flies in with the rebound, but falls down. And UMass will look to end this game on a kind of a rough note in the second half. 30 seconds left, 9-point game.
Some players getting their first minutes on the game, so it'd be good to get them a little reps on the college. Like you said, Damjanic, his first minutes.
A little surprised for being an exhibition game. Surprised not every player was getting some reps in, but Frank Martin is playing the guys he wants to see playing right now, and UMass will come back to the Mullins Center with a loss in exhibition, but will open up their season opener against UNH.
That's gonna be an exciting game. UMass looking to get their first win against UNH November 4th at UMass at 7 p.m.
That is next Monday. So Marquis Worthy brings up the ball, drives inside, gets doubled, kicks it out to Damjanic, who hands it off back to Worthy. Worthy just trying to get a shot off the last second as he passes the ball to Floyd Jr. Floyd Jr. will dribble the ball out, and that will be ball game.
I think the best takeaway from this game is that UMass definitely can see the issues and the problems that they got to work on. And I'm sure Coach Frank Martin and the rest of the UMass Minutemen will be working on that in preparation for New Hampshire. This is a team with a lot of new players. So there's a lot of time. It's a long season, a lot of time to gel together. What was your key takeaways from this game, Adam?
Well, UMass really, they pushed the tempo in the first half. They were going blow for blow with Providence. They were swinging the ball around, getting good looks, getting it inside and out. And second half, it seemed like Providence kind of figured out like their play style. They were playing a lot more isolated basketball. So also not hitting a single three in the game kind of hurts, as UMass was 1 for 14 on just regular shots to end the game. But Providence is a good team. They play in a pretty good conference with dealing with Marquette, UConn, Creighton, these big schools who always make the tournament. So UMass did put on quite the show, at least for the first 2/3 of the game. But Frank Martin will definitely have to make some adjustments for this upcoming game against New Hampshire.
If you're UMass, this is such a team in such a prestige league, a prestige conference. To lose by just 9, I say is a win. I say there's a lot of things. The full court pressing that Friars have been using since the beginning of the game seemed to have worked and had wore off our guards, Diggins and Curry. Curry only making 1 of 6 in the second half. Diggins only making 1 of 3. So we can see a difference, and or you can see that the Friars game plan worked. They really were, playing viciously aggressive full court defense all game, and it worked to tired out UMass. The shots weren't landing like you said, so it's hard to get back into the game with without making threes. If you look at a lot of high level games, that the 3 ball is a key factor to get you back in the game quickly, and UMass just didn't have that, so they had to rely on defense and layups, but the ball movement just wasn't there. I say that was my main thing that I can see in the whole game. There was only a total of 5 assists awarded to UMass, compared to the 14, awarded to Providence, which is okay. Like Coach Martin said, Jalen Curry, he's about to get a lot of on-ball duties This is his first time. It's just an exhibition. They're gonna work on this on in practice. You can definitely grow into a playmaker.
Definitely. And, I think what really switched up was that Daniels jump ball against Abelgawad. They kind of both wouldn't let go of the ball even after the whistle, both players battling it out. And I think that really, and Daniels hit a three right after that. I think that really switched the momentum for the Friars. And,
Hmm.
they came out guns blazing and they never looked back. So
Hmm.
we want to thank you for tuning into WMUA Sports on 91.1. Thank you and have a good night.